Hello everyone, welcome back. Day 3 was Monday and we went to La Coruna in Spain. So we got off the ship as soon as we could after breakfast. And basically just around this corner is the harbour, but we did the harbour on the way back because we realised there was a market there, so that would be at the end of the video. We looked on maps and we saw that there was a beach. Actually there was a few, but we picked one and it was only about a 10-minute walk, so we just decided to start exploring. We found a little high street bit. There was a Zara if anyone needs any clothes or anything whilst they were on the cruise. It wasn't too hot this early in the morning, so we decided to start doing the most of our exploring straight away as soon as we got off the cruise, because we knew it was going to get absolutely boiling hot. We stumbled across this beautiful little church, which was bang in the middle of like this high street built up area. It was just a very bizarre setting really, but it was absolutely stunning. The streets were really clean here. There was bins everywhere and you can just tell that the streets are well looked after and cared for. Buildings were absolutely stunning, and I will warn you, this is all uphill, and it's a steep hill. It's not that steep here, but in a little while I will show you how steep it is. And we were just basically walking around and just taking in all of the buildings and the sunshine. We got a little bit sidetracked, a little bit lost. We found a bakery. We wasn't too far away at this point, and we then stumbled across this absolute beauty of a beach. You have to be really careful at these beaches and maybe do some research before you visit. I filmed it so that you could see, but if you have a look where the water is light and then it gets dark all of a sudden, that means that there is a drop in the water. And we sort of always gauge off of what we can see the locals doing or other people that are on the beach. But we were just basically walking in the water with the kids, running away from the waves as you do. And this really lovely lady, she's obviously a local, came over and just warned us anyway. And she was really nice, really friendly. And she just said to be careful because of the little ones, because there is a bit of a drop. So definitely be careful, talk to locals, look at your surroundings, look at what other people are doing around you, and always just be safe. We spent most of the morning at the beach having fun with the boys, and then we just decided to take a little stroll back through the high street and head back towards the ship about midday. So like I said, we got off of the ship about 8:30 in the morning. That's what time we were allowed to get off the ship anyway. And yeah, we just took a little stroll back. We found a little supermarket, got some cold drinks, we found a little pigeon. The boys thought it was hilarious because we was in Spain and apparently pigeons are only in London. So yeah, the boys thought that was funny. We found the start of another little high street, and we never tried to follow our traces back, if that makes sense. So we didn't repeat the same path twice because we sort of knew that this was the only time we would have off the ship. So we always tried to go round in circles, if that makes sense. There was a high street, loads of little shops, loads of these little stalls. Found a little florist right next to the ship. This was opposite the harbour. I quickly popped in just to have a look at some flowers, and then we went straight for the harbour, which looked absolutely stunning. And then in the distance over there you can see some gazebos, and that is where we found the little marketplace. So we just went and did a little bit more exploring there before we headed back to the ship. I have said in the previous videos, but if you have the Royal Caribbean app, you can keep an eye on there on what activities there are on every single day. We found most of our time spent in the Seaplex because this is where they did activities for all of the family. We managed to have lunch and make it in time for archery. Whenever the cruise ship was on its way again, we'd always go up to the top deck and watch and wave and say goodbye, because there was sometimes people down there, as you can see, waving along, and it was really cute. So we always used to try and get up to the top deck just to see the ship leaving wherever it was we were visiting. We didn't really have plans for the rest of the day. We knew that there was some entertainment in the evening. Taffy Spencer, who is a comedian, but he specifically asked that we don't film his shows because obviously just like magicians, there's privacy to it. So we went to see that in the evening in the Royal Theatre. That was great fun. We all laughed so much, and then we just basically explored the ship again. We did spend most of our time on the top deck, just watching our surroundings, because it absolutely fascinated us by how many places we visited and how much time we spent at sea, just going past all these beautiful places. And then after sunset we headed up for some dinner.